Hello everyone, welcome back to St. Louis Billikens Dynasty. This is Rainout, and we are into week 4. The season is going swimmingly so far. We had a convincing win against a very good team in Iowa, but then had 2 nail-biters against 2 really lesser opponents in Toledo and Wake Forest. But they all count the same, and we're 3-0 on the season, and we'll be going on the road to play 2-2 UMass. This is the second-to-last out-of-conference game on the schedule. And once again, UMass just not a really good team. Only a 77 overall, and as a program, they've just really struggled. And this shouldn't be a close game. It shouldn't. And if it is, it'll be a massive disappointment. But we've played down to competition so far. We just, we have to play better. I'd love a win, but I'd also love to look good while we do it. All right, here we are in Massachusetts. We'll be going with the blackout helmets and pants with the white jerseys. And these Minutemen jerseys are actually really nice as well. I've just always been a sucker for the white helmet, white pants, colored jersey look. It just always looks clean, which is why we don't use it enough for the Billikens. I guess that's what our throwback jerseys are, which is fine. But here we are rolling onto the field with the offense. Vince Trinidad had no burst there for the first carry of the game. His rush stats have been way better than what the stat sheet has been selling. He's been very good on the ground, but he's been sacked a couple times for like 20+ yards, and that's really dragged his rushing total down. But yeah, he's been very good on the run. Down to Tyler Kavka. Was waiting for Mason Williams to get out, but once again stuck on the O-line. Can't really get mad at it anymore at this point. It just is what it is. Players are just going to run into each other at this point. That's a bad throw. And luckily not an interception. I thought I could fit that in there, but it was never going to happen. And we're lucky to have a third down here, 3rd and 6. I like this Kavka out. I think he's fast enough to make it work. It's a good throw, and he's got it. Yeah, this Kavka's a game breaker, dude. He'll be so good later in his career. He's just fast, and he's got so much size to go with it. You can't put a lineman on him. He's too fast for him. And you can't put a safety or a corner on him because he's too big. Oh, that's a horrific throw, but it somehow works. Manny Royster finds the open hole. That should have been a pick. Instead, it's 6. How did that happen? I regretted it as soon as I pressed the button. But Manny Royster somehow found an open pocket of space to catch that ball and run it all the way back. Pressure in the face, just had to get rid of it. And I thought number 8 was going to jump that for sure, but he was just too slow to get over there. And just acres of space. Yeah, I was staring at Dummerville the whole way, but they had the drag covered, so I couldn't throw it. And then I saw Royster late, so I threw it to him, but didn't notice this guy until I thought he was open right here, but this guy disengaged to make a play on it. I thought I was going to get jumped, but where's he going? He just made a horrific play. Where is he going? He's covering the flat defender for no reason. Yeah, he should have picked that easily, but instead he goes after the wrong player, and we get an easy touchdown out of it. All right. I mean, I won't complain, but that was a horrific play, and we will take full advantage to take the lead on our first drive, 7-0. We could have even gone for like a red versus blue matchup in this game. That would have been cool looking, like we did for Miami, Ohio last year. But wanted to pull out the blacks, and that's a good play for Alexander Arnold, swallowing it up. We need to set the tone early. That'll be the key. We can't let them think that they're going to run all over us. We need to shut that down, make them throw, and then our secondary needs to come up with plays. That's going to be a fumble. Can we fall on it? Yes! A strip sack for the D-line. Again, and they are everywhere. I want to say that's Zach Waters who ended up falling on it. He might have been the one that got the sack, too. And our D-line is everywhere right now. Zach Waters. he's making such an impact this year. He got supplanted on the depth chart, but he's finding himself on the field for these passing downs, and he is making the most of it. Last couple of years, we haven't had any sort of pressure on the quarterback at all, but now we're getting sacks at will. This is a completely different team, and it is so fun. I might just throw this up to Allen Dummerville. I'm feeling crazy. Now they got safety help over the top. Dump it off. Here's LJ Young Jr. What a throw. What a catch. Touchdown, Billikens. Just like that, it's 14-zip. Pending the extra point, of course. But what a play from LJ Young Jr. Just sprinted away. No one could keep up with him. Just Vince Trinidad had to lay it up into his arms. Had to fight a little bit to get into the end zone, too. Yeah, it's a nice layer on the ball. Took a couple hits, but he's into the end zone, and we'll take a commanding lead here. Not even halfway done with the first quarter, and we're up 14-zip. Yeah, when we force the other team to throw, good things happen, usually. We cannot let them run the ball all over us. It's going to be outside sweep, and we're all over it. That needs to be the tone. And that could have been a good throw, but had to throw it on the run from the pressure. And just at the feet of the tight end, you couldn't bend down and get it. Didn't really make a good effort either. That was a little bit rough. But UMass, negative 13 yards on offense right now. 3rd and 10. And the quarterback's going to take off, but he's going to slide short. Looked like he might have had the space if he just stayed up and tried to truck through some contact, but tucked and slid instead, and that'll be a punt for UMass, their first of the day. I'm so glad. I think they fixed punt blocks in this game, so you don't rough the punter every single time, and I really love that. I was so tired of getting roughing the kicker penalties every single time. But, I mean, here's a play from Vince Trinidad. Good juke move back, but he kind of juked into traffic, unfortunately, so he couldn't get much off that. It'll be 2nd and 1. We can definitely take a shot here. LJ Young Jr. on a slot fade. Cheers, I'll drink to that. Just lays it up. And what a catch! He just mossed him! What a play from LJ Young Jr. He's got 2 already. The cornerback was lost. He was lost. That could have been another pick if it was played better, but just UMass is not a good team, and we're showing it. LJ Young Jr., that was the first time I think I've done a aggressive catch, and they've actually come down with the football. Yeah, that cornerback did not know where to look. Someone give that boy a map. Yeah, usually they go up for those aggressive catches, and they just clank off their hands and they drop it. But he came down with that one. And that is a huge play. It's 21-0. We're on blowout watch here in Massachusetts. RPO intercepted by Gates. First play, another takeaway. This game is out of hand. The quarterback just gripped it and ripped it on the RPO, and it was just not even close. Draymond Gates was lurking underneath, and he just took that away on the slant. Looked a little scary carrying that ball. He had it just in one hand. He didn't tuck it. Thankfully, he did not fumble, and we'll get it in the red zone again from our defense. Here's Acevedo on the jet sweep. Maybe could have taken it outside more, but just wanted the guaranteed yards. 2nd and 4 for Ty Hardy. He'll have speed to get to the outside. He'll get into the end zone practically untouched. That's another touchdown for the Billikens, and we are running away from the Minutemen. Yeah, they just don't have the speed to keep up with us. We're just a better team. I haven't been able to say that before this year, but we are officially a better team. And we're making them We're making them pay for it. It's going to be 28-0 in the first quarter. I'd love to keep this momentum going so we can get some backups into the game in the second half. I'd like to get a look at some guys. Like our true freshman backup quarterback who's currently being redshirted. I'd love to get him into a game, see if he's worth keeping for the future. That's a good play to exploit the Tampa 2. So no one's in that shallow middle. 2nd and 4. They kind of run a counter and they still get swallowed up. I think that's Matthew Yaboa. Usually a pass rusher, but he got home there on the run stop. Wrapped him up for no gain, and it'll be 3rd and 4. Does UMass even have a first down in this game? I don't think so. There's going to be a screen, but it's into the dirt. We got pressure home, and it was a bad throw. And that'll be another punt. I guess that's why they call UMass the Minutemen, because their drives only last 1 minute before they have to punt it back. If they're that lucky. Sometimes they just give it away. But here's Nathan Acevedo. Doing a little too much. We don't need to get injured here. Down up 28 against UMass. Yeah, got to keep our foot on the throat here. That's a good stop there, though. Nowhere to go on that run play. UMass still negative yardage on the day on offense. I just saw on the top right there. And they're playing Mo Bamba, trying to get this crowd riled up, but nothing really to cheer about for UMass. It's a good play for Alan Dummerville. He's a drag merchant, pretty much. He runs like a tight end, just runs drags all day, every day, but I mean, it's working for us. That'll be the end of the first quarter, mercifully. I mean, just look at those numbers. I mean, the Minutemen's first problem is they're the Minutemen, but they're wearing red jerseys. They're the Redcoats. So they're dressed like Brits while trying to be Americans. That's just not right. Here's Alan Dummerville again on a drag. I don't know why that's the only route he knows how to run, but maybe we'll hit him on this slant. And how did he hold on to that? He had two hands crashing in trying to knock that out, but that big, strong frame helps him hold on to the ball. Yeah, he had two guys come down on his arms, but did not budge. He doesn't have good catching stats, which scares me. He's only a 74 catching, but he has excellent catch in traffic. So I think if he can catch in traffic, he's fine. I don't know how they calculate it, but he's good catching around people, even though his actual catching isn't great. Don't know what that's about, but we'll dump it off. LJ Young Jr. can't exactly get into the end zone. It'll be 3rd and 2. Strangely, not 3rd and goal. Is the first down line right on the goal line? Yeah, we could technically get a first down without getting in the end zone if we get close enough. But we'll hand it off to Manny Royster, but they have just two guys right up the middle. I mean, where's Cameron Teague when you need him? I feel like going for it here is crazy. We're already up 28. Let's just take our points. Tack on the easy field goal. It'll be 31-0. Offense stalls out for the first time today. We just got stood up at the goal line pretty much. And yeah, any other game I would have gone for that. We're close enough, but I mean, what's the point? We're up 31 now in the second quarter. Delayed handoff, and they got close, but still looking for their first down of the game. And what a hit to knock that ball loose. That was my guy I vacated to rush the quarterback. I thought I saw a hole in the O-line to take. But that was a huge hit to jar the ball loose. And it'll be 3rd and 3. Can't rule out a run here for sure. It's going to be a pitch outside. And we've got the speed to bring him down. That'll be another punt and another failed first down for UMass. They cannot get more than 10 yards against this defense. We are playing incredible today. Yeah, we're definitely going to see some backups in the second half. There's just no point at this point. Big hit on Mason Williams. He gets us 2 on the drag. Man, I don't know what I'm doing there. I just kept backing up and backing up, but nothing came open. Gotta know when to throw it away. I didn't throw it away there. So 3rd and 23. This is not a good spot. But we'll give it up to Alan Dummerville, see what he can do. And the answer is not much. It was just a bit of an overthrow. He didn't really have a chance on it. And that'll be our first punt of the day, I'm pretty sure. And it's just an awful punt. This guy is so bad. And UMass has their best field position of the day. Run outside, swallowed up, no gain. Sent a blitz. They tried to run away from it, but we were too fast. That was Josh Barr in on the tackle. There was a couple guys in there. I won't credit it for just him. That's a great throw into the space in the zone. 3rd and 1. Might be in field goal range now. 2-minute warning here, so you got to expect a throw. It'd be hilarious if UMass gets 3 points, even though they haven't gotten a first down all game long. But that's wide open. That'll be their first down. First down. Yeah, just deciding not to cover him, I guess. And that's a good breakup. I don't know what the point of that play was. Tried to high point a check down. I don't know what they thought they would accomplish. Be a check down on the drag, and it'll be 3rd and 1 here. That's a good throw underneath. Might think about calling timeouts. We need time to respond ourselves. That's going to be intercepted by Mills. That's a user lurk. Go down. Please go down. You cannot control them. I guess they're college kids. They want to take it out every time, but you got to know when to take a knee, buddy. You're 10 yards deep in your own end zone. That is a user lurk for Dakota Mills. He just kind of snuck underneath, and the UMass's best chance at points comes to an end with an interception in the end zone. You just kind of undercut that route, and now we'll get it at the 20-yard line with a chance for points of our own. Cover 1 with press on the outside. I feel like one of Dummerville and Acevedo has to come open here. Oh, they don't. It was more of a cover 3. And yeah, nowhere to go. It really looked like they were pressing in cover 1. I thought we could win, but they didn't really press. They just kind of sprinted back. Good job at disguising the coverage, I guess, for UMass. That's a good throw to Mason Williams and a good play to hold on to it. Look, Alan Dummerville won over the top. There's press, and there's the beater. Right down the sideline for the touchdown. He's just making it look easy. This kid is elite. Could have played corner for us, but we stuck him at wide receiver. He is a machine. He's instantly our best wide receiver in his first couple games, Alan Dummerville. Yeah, they were in cover 1 this time. Had a man pressed on the outside. He just beat him clean. Had no help over the top. And we'll just stroll right in. So the pick ends up costly for UMass. Could have been 31-7. Now it's 38-0. And the game well and truly over at this point, I would say. Do not see a way back unless we absolutely shit the bed in the second half. And what a diving play. Draymond Gates, he's got an interception, and that was a diving play to break that up. He is all over the place right now. Our secondary has played incredible, but the most impressive thing, it's been the linebackers in coverage that have impressed me. Play action. That's a good completion. Don't know why we bit on the play action. There's no way they're going to run in that spot. They will run it this time, though. I don't know what that's about. They do get 8 yards out of it. And I took a bad route to the quarterback. That's my fault. I was the QB spy, and I took the just horrific route possible. And I don't know. That was the slowest run I've ever seen in my life. He was like running through quicksand. I do not know what that was about, and we do not need to be blitzing in this spot. And we vacated again, and the quarterback will take it again. And they'll have... Okay, they will not kick a field goal. Okay. Could have maybe thought they could have been in position. Just everyone get back. They're going to throw a Hail Mary. Just bat it down. All right. That's the end of the first half. UMass held scoreless. Yeah, just thoroughly dominant. There's nothing else to say about it. They just do not belong on the same field as us, which feels nice. I mean, they're not that much worse than us. They're about as high rated as we were last year. But we're just sticking it to them. We came ready to play in this game. Didn't really do well against Toledo and Wake Forest. Very similar teams to UMass, but I don't know what it is about this game. We'll see if the subs automatically get put in. I know they have a button for it now, I'm pretty sure. You can just mass sub. But the game does it automatically sometimes too, so I want to see when that happens. It looks like the starters are still out there. It'll be a play action. And the pressure gets there for the sack. I want to say that's Murley Willis. Screaming off the edge on the play action. I don't know why they keep trying to throw the ball. It just has not worked. Yeah, it was a good win from Murley Willis off the edge. And just too fast for the quarterback to get away. Saw him a bit too late. Bring up 3rd and 12. That's a great ball into the gap. That was a great throw. UMass showing a little bit of signs of life. And we're not even trying to trash talk anymore. Pierce and the wide receiver that caught it just kind of dapped each other up there. Yeah, we know the game's over. We're just trying to play. We can respect that. And Pierce is hurt. He might have to come out of the game. Maybe time to put all the subs in. Mass sub the backups. Is it too early in the game for that? I mean, we're up 38-0. What's going to happen? Let's put the backups in. We don't need people getting hurt. I think we're going to put Oshno into the game at quarterback instead of Donnie Cunningham. No point. We'll get a look at the true freshman, see what he can do. Might put a running back in, too. Seitz and Dedrick are 2 freshmen. We'll get them both into the game. Why not? We don't need Ty Hardy getting hurt. And then Pierce does come out of the game, which is good. Didn't see anyone else injured. I'll keep an eye on that. We just don't want anyone getting injured in a blowout. That would be very, very unfortunate, and that should have been a pick, but luckily we knocked the ball out instead. That's the next best thing. 3rd and 5 from the 40, and they're lining up like they're going to run. Can't trust it, though. And they've got just enough for the first down. We got our backups in the game now, so yards might be easier to come across for UMass, but that's fine. As long as they don't make just the most incredible comeback of all time, we should be fine. Broken tackle, a big hit follow-up. Wide receiver screen, we're quick to close that down. Gonna be play action though, but the blitz gets home before the quarterback can get rid of it. Play action feels a little bit broken in this game. It doesn't really fool anybody, and then it takes so long that the pass rush is just in the backfield immediately. You just don't ever have time to get rid of the ball if you run play action. I think you just have to manually cancel it every single time. Just deal with the loss of fooling the defense. And the quarterback's got space to take off. He'll get the first down. Kind of vacated my zone to track a streak down the field. Left the underneath wide open. I mean, we'll let him run for it, I guess. We don't want to get beat over the top. Got to pick your battles, I suppose. Play action. And that's going to be a throwaway, basically. Broken tackle. Yeah, these backups, we're starting to see those tackle woes now. They're just slipping through arm tackles now. And just an immediate grip and rip. He saw the blitz coming and tried to beat over the top, but that was great. Great defense, and UMass will have to settle for 3 this late in the game. I mean, got to get something on the board. Don't want to get shut out. And right down the middle, UMass is on the board. Kind of feels like a coward's move, not trying to go for the touchdown to get back into the game, but I feel like they know the game's over. They're just playing for pride at this point. Get that goose egg off the scoreboard. Now we'll see our backups on the offense get some work. And that's a great return from Bell. He'll get us down to the 33. That's one of the better returns I've seen in a while. Here's Oshinowo, our big quarterback pickup in the offseason. He's wearing the red shirt right now, but you can play 4 games and keep your red shirt. And that's another true freshman on the handoff. That's Seitz, and then we've got Dedrick from St. Louis as well. You like maybe put one of them in the third back position. So we have Robbie Seitz and then Hayden Dedrick. Who has the better hands? So Dedrick has worse catching, but better carrying. So I feel like Dedrick is the bell cow guy. And then we'll put Seitz in at the third down back spot. I think that's the best way to do it. No, Seitz is who I want. There we go. Then we can have Cameron Teague as the power back. Seitz only has 86 speed, but he's got some burst up the middle. I don't know what that's about, but we'll let Oshinowo throw for the first time here. 1st and 10. Got Gary Keenan on the underneath. And couldn't really, tried to juke there, but he didn't want to do it. But it still gets us down to the 25 at the end of the third quarter. Yeah, we just kind of need to run this game out. Nothing else to it. Don't really have much to say anymore. Our passing game has just been incredible today. I guess that's the main focus point. Usually we just have 150 passing yards or something. But we're actually slinging the ball a little bit, and it's paying off. And the backups got put into the game. Why is Clark Yoder out there? That's crazy. The backups for the backups got put in automatically. That's crazy. Well, I don't want to do that. I don't want to see Clark Yoder out there. He is awful. All right, I guess we'll see one down of Clark Yoder on the field. And he's going to fumble the ball. Someone pick it up, please. All right, get him off the field. Yeah, the only exciting thing left in the game is seeing the true freshmen and how they play. I don't want to see Clark Yoder's dumbass on the field. I might as well just turn the game off. Put it on Super Sim. There's Hayden Dedrick's first touch of his career. He gets us about 9 back, I want to say. 3rd and 18 is not great. We don't really need to go like crazy for it either. We don't want to put Oshino in a bad spot. Good catch by Gary Keenan. Do we go for this? Just rub salt in the wound. Kind of want to keep the offense on the field. I want to see what they can do. 4th down and 7. We'll run from empty. Who's going to come open on this? Oscar Choi on the left. That's just a great play. He looked open, but the cornerback took away 2 routes, pretty much. It was a good play from him. Yeah, see, so this guy's on the curl, and this corner looks wide open, but as I throw, he jumps back and takes away both. So he took away 2 routes at once. That was an incredible play by him. And the UMass starters are still on the field. Light him up. There we go. Take your starters out of the game. There's nothing to come back from. The game is over. You're just going to get hurt. You're just going to get hurt. Hit sticks only. We're going to go aggressive tackling. Hit sticks only for the rest of the game. If they want to keep their starters in, we'll injure them. That's fine. Bounty gate here at St. Louis University. Or we'll just take the ball away. That's Sam Carney still in the game. He'll run it back. He's got a chance for 6, but shoved out of bounds at the 12. That's another pick for this quarterback who refuses to come out of the game. He has not played well, and that is an understatement. He has played absolutely horrific. This St. Louis Billikens defense has been all over him all day long. Yeah, the only problem with Oshinoa is I feel like he's pretty slow. I'm too used to 90 speed Vince Trinidad at this point. I feel like Oshinoa's probably like an 80 or an 81. So it'll take a little bit to get used to, not being able to just run around whenever someone doesn't get open. And touchdown to the fullback. They kind of got fooled on the play action there, and it was a good thing because almost got sacked immediately, but able to dump it off. And that's the first touchdown to Oshinoa's college career. I think that's the first touch of the fullback's career, too, true freshman we just recruited. Doesn't get much look. We don't run out of the I formation very often, but that's a fun play to run. And we're going to be up 45-3. All right, starters still in the game for UMass. They're really trying to get something going here. Is this the only quarterback they have? Yeah, we're going for hit sticks, so broken tackles are going to start happening too. So the tight end was able to shrug off 2 on his way down to the 34 for 2nd and 1. Can we get pressure home? Yes, we do. Another sack for this D-line. That's Bryant in on the tackle. Caleb Bryant, he's a junior, so just kind of got supplanted by the good freshman we've been recruiting, but that's a good sack from him. Bring up 3rd and 10. And it's going to be another interception. How many is that? Is that like 5 now? This quarterback is just slinging picks like the world is going to end tomorrow. Get him off the field. This guy is atrocious. A jet touch pass to the slowest wide receiver on the team is insane. But, I mean, it worked out. Worked out, got the first down. That was one of the best jet touch passes we've ever done. That'll be the 2-minute warning. Nothing to do but run out the clock, give our freshman a couple more touches, and Hayden Dedrick got lit up there. He gets to the outside, breaks a couple tackles. That's a great run from Hayden Dedrick. Bounced back from getting lit up in the hole there. Bounced outside. That was a great game. We'll get Sights into the game to give Dedrick a breather. There's no hole to run into that time. And that brings up 4th and 7. And we'll just kick a field goal here. No need to get crazy. All right, that'll bring us to 48, I think, to 3. Might just cut the rest of the game. I don't think anything is really worth seeing. I feel like I will have cut a lot, too. That'll be another interception for Sam Carney. Unbelievable. They keep trying to throw the ball. Like, what do you think is going to happen? That's probably like 5 interceptions on the day. Maybe even 6. I've lost count. This is the 2nd for Sam Carney in this quarter. And they just will not let this game end. Like, I don't know why they keep trying. Why are you taking downfield shots? Just run the ball out, please. Just let this game be over. Mercifully, this game is over. It was fun blowing out a team, but I mean, it just gets embarrassing at some point. Just let us move on. That'll be your final, 48-3. We just manhandle the Minutemen in Massachusetts. What a play from the boys. What a game. Vince Trinidad, is that the most passing yards he's ever had in a game? 4 touchdowns on top of it. It was an absolutely insane performance from him. Yeah, we just kind of did whatever we wanted to this team. Started off in the first quarter where we scored 28 points before the first quarter even ended. And then we just never looked back from there. It was never going to be close. Looking at the stats. Yeah, the UMass quarterback had 5 interceptions. I don't know why he kept trying to throw the ball. This was not his day. And then Vince Trinidad was your player of the game. Can I see him, please? There we go. 265, 76% completion percentage, and then 4 passing touchdowns. Yeah, very, very good game for him. No picks, which I love. Oshino had the one kind of bullshit pick. I won't put that on him. 1 touchdown as well. Pretty efficient from him. He's a field general type, which isn't the best, but he was serviceable. On the ground, we didn't really have a run game. Hayden Dedrick was our leading rusher, and he came in the second half and got 4 touches. Yeah, we just never really run the ball. Manny Royster had 4 attempts for -3 yards. I guess that's why we went away from it. There was just so much space in the secondary for us to exploit to throw the ball. We just had to lean into it. Alan Dumerville had a monster game, over 100 yards receiving, had a touchdown. LJ Young Jr. had 2, Manny Royster had 1, and then Ty Spriggs, the fullback, had 1. And then on defense, 2 TFLs from Early Willis, 2 for Josh Barr. Once again, he was everywhere. And then a lot of TFLs, 1 each for a lot of different guys. Caleb Bryan had a sack, Merle Willis had a sack, Zach Waters had a sack, KJ Hartley had a sack, and Reggie Cooper combined. Those last 2 combined. Sam Carney had 2 picks, Dakota Mills had 2 picks, and Draymond Gates had the 1. And none of them went for touchdowns, right? Yeah, they were just all picks. And then 1 forced fumble as well for Zach Waters. So yeah, just very, very impressive game, both sides of the ball. And we do level up after that statement win for the program. And what do we do with these points? Tactician, need to put points in here, but getting more recruiting also sounds nice. Who needs more recruiting hours right now? Who are we really trying to go after? I could put it on D-tackle because we can never seem to land a D-tackle. We just need all the hours we can possibly get. But I don't know. It doesn't seem like a very important position to go after. Maybe middle linebacker because we really have a chance on Rich Wilbur. Or corner. Corner, middle linebacker, or wide receiver, I think, is the 3 that I need to really focus on. Maybe wide receiver. Just seems really important to have good weapons at the wide receiver position. I guess I can do more than 1, so we have the points to do more than 1. So I could do 1 for wide receiver. And I do linebackers or secondary. Let's go linebacker. I think that's good enough. I just don't really see the need for tactician right now. We're playing well enough. We don't really need stat boosts. But we are going after some big names on the recruiting trail, and we really could use some help there. So after this week, Mitch Turbin will commit one way or another. More than likely, he's going to go to Indiana, but we should max out his bar as well, so you never know, but most likely he'll be going to Indiana. Unfortunately, that'll be another D-tackle lost. I think that's the only one that's close to committing right now. I don't think we need to move any points around, so we'll just go to the next week. Mason Williams at high risk of transfer. We had a lot of passing yards last game, but I guess not enough of it went to the tight ends. So we could very well lose him for real this time. No players of the week after that dominant performance. That's a little bit surprising. But we do have points available, so we will see who committed. And yeah, Mitch Turbin does go to IU, Indiana University. And our struggles at recruiting the D-tackle position continue. And our fallback position, we're still close on. How good is he? It's only a B+. Let's see if there's anyone else good. So Deshaun Davis has A- playing time, and there's no one in on him right now, so he might be who we try to get next. He's better than Medeiros, and we're going to have to be playing catch-up against Akron and Eastern Michigan, which I don't feel in the mood for. So hopefully, we just got to hope Penn State doesn't catch word of this guy. I think 10 points should be enough at this point. And then we can add the rest elsewhere. We're in the lead on Marquis Popo, but Ole Miss they're kind of outgaining us right now, which is scary. We gotta clear points to schedule a visit at some point here. But when does that happen? Will he last to week 9 and get him in at Eastern Michigan? Guess I'll wait and see on this guy. Still ahead on Cortez Dicker. Still ahead of Nebraska. Hard sell looks really good. So, should have a fighting chance on him. Notre Dame has a week 6 visit for James Linder, but it shouldn't be enough to win them it. But they might take the lead after that visit, so we're going to need to get him on campus as well at some point. We do have more. I can put extra points on him now. Let's take that off and then maybe do that. That's probably the best way to do it. We're screaming into the lead for Rich Wilbur. That hard sell is doing numbers. I mean, when you get 3 A+ in there, that's when the influence really starts to rocket up. We haven't been able to do that, like, ever. This is the first commit that we've gotten 3 A+ on, and it feels nice to see that big of an influence gain. Usually that's going against us. Another team's coming in making a huge push. But we might not even need to put the full 65 on him, but, I mean, we might as well get this recruitment done quick. Don't let a team have a chance to catch up. Still ahead on Reggie Corbin. No one else has a scholarship on him. He's a 4-star. It's a little bit odd, but we'll take it. Still ahead on Charlie Heaps. And still ahead on Alonzo Amerson. Might stick the last 5 points we have on giving Morgan Lennon a scholarship. He's a power punter, but I'd love to see if he actually has power before I recruit him. So I might wait until the offseason to get a punter. There's usually a lot on the board. Teams don't usually make an effort to recruit him. I think I'm going to stick the last 5 on Deshaun Davis. The D-tackle we're going after just to get a little bit more. I'm just so mad at losing all these D-tackles. I'm scarred by it. But that'll be all for recruiting. Things are still going well. And up next, we'll be playing 2-1 Boise State. This might be the toughest game on the schedule. They're an 83. They're sneaky good. Not as good as Iowa was, but Iowa did not play up to their overall rating. Boise State could give us a shock, but we will be at home while we do it, so we will at least have home field advantage. And I'll leave that for the next episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.